Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back. I don't know if you remember this place. One of my first videos, kitchen rewire. I don't know if you remember it, but yeah, we're back here after a few weeks. Builders taken quite a long time, to be perfectly honest, to get the kitchen in, but I've only been in here a couple of minutes. I've already seen some stuff which is going to cause an issue, so we'll get set up and I'll run you through it. So I don't know if you remember, this was fed from a board up the top of the stairs, and what we were doing, we were putting new sockets, supplies into kitchens, basically sockets under counter appliances, and then they had this bathroom installed. So we've got an extractor going up here and just a light and a shaver socket. Pretty straightforward in here, no issues. The kitchen, double socket, double socket, double socket, single behind the fridge, double an isolator for the tumble dryer under there. Got boiler feed up there, absolutely fine. Plumbers have wired that in, all we've got to do is connect it, and then a double here. And then I was told this cupboard under here was going to be nice and free, so what I did is brought my cables through, and then I was going to mount the isolators in here for the boiler, washing machine, or sorry, slimline dishwasher, washing machine. But as you can see, it's pretty tight in here, so that's going to be a bit of a struggle. And then the main problem, which I wasn't told about, this cupboard here, I thought was going to be an opener like that one there, so I was going to have all my isolators under there, but in fact they're two drawers, so I'm going to have to try and move them over to here. I'm hoping I've got enough slack, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so we've got to do sockets, face plates. There's 4 downlights going in here, so the cables are in the ceilings. I've got the measurements on my phone, and then the isolators under there, blah blah blah. So yeah, not a bad day's work. And then also the customers added a outside light, which is going there. So what I think we're going to have to do is use the ring into another fuse connection unit, fuse it down to 3 amps, go out that external wall, which will bring us out the side of the extension, run along, and then light up there, which is going to be controlled by photocell. So yeah, that's where we are. So yeah, not too bad. Hopefully we'll get everything done today and it'll be all tested. Obviously we'll test it as well, so a bit of live testing, and then we'll be done. So who likes my new table? Cheers, Will. Alright, so I've taken these drawers out. There's my cables. So we've got part of the ring, them two, extractor, oven and hob ignition. We ain't got enough slack to get them in there, so they're going to have to go mounted at the top, which isn't ideal because this has got a drawer in here. However, the front of the drawer is quite deep, but actually the tray itself isn't, so that'll only come to about there, I reckon. So if we mount the isolators up high, that shouldn't be a problem. So we'll do this first thing. But yeah, ideally it would just be an opening, but I was told it was an opener, but actually it's pan drawers, which there's nothing I can do now, unfortunately, so we'll get on with it. Right, so what I do with these, obviously knock the back out and then put them up there where I want them, mark it, and then cut with a hole saw. And I'm going to do that, so I need one for the extractor, one for the cooker, one for the oven, so there's 3 in here, and then going to have a feed in each, and obviously they'll just daisy chain over, and then go out and feed the rest of the ring. So put you on time lapse and we'll get on with that. Alright, quite tight up there, but these have got to go in here because there's no more slack. So yeah, but this is what we got. So we've got our first hole, which is going to have our first patches. So we've got our supply in, so loop in, loop out, and then obviously our loop in, loop out, and then extractor, loop in, loop out, extractor, loop in, loop out, oven. So yeah, that's what we got. So that's what it looks like. 3 patches, cables coming through, and they're going to be fuse connection units, so mounted nice and neat up there, out of the way but still accessible for isolation. All good. Just been upstairs to the toilet. There's a painter decorator stroke handyman up there, lives 2 doors down. So you got long left?
Yeah, I've got a few days here left, yeah. I've got some painting to do, some wallpapering, blah blah blah.
Blah, blah. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I've got some electrics to do.
That's what I'm here for, right? Apparently not, so that was a struggle. That gap is small, but we're there. Extractor, hob, oven. Get these all labelled up afterwards. But yeah, they're wired in. On to the next. Oh, hi there. There's my screw terminal. Lovely. I'm just using this new Rewire Speedy screwdriver. Not used it before, but it's absolutely ridiculous in terms of how quickly it does up these screws. You ready? Obviously I've got to put a spirit on it to make it level. But for second fixing, this is unreal. Right. Second fixed, second fixed, second fixed. Second fixed, second fixed, second fixed. We're now onto this. I didn't know this was going to be here. This pipe work. So what I've got, they're my 2 legs. These are the 2 legs for the ring. This is for the boiler, which is already wired. And then I've got to have another 2 fuse connection units for a slimline dishwasher and a washing machine. So I'm thinking, mount them up here maybe, because anything beyond that is not accessible at all really. Well, I mean you can get in there to switch something off, but you ain't going to get in there to fix it to the side of the unit. So I think here is really the only way, about here. So we'll crack on with it. Right, this cupboard, been thinking about it. I can't take any of this out because apparently this is all sealed and it's into this water softener and all sorts, so I didn't realise all this was going to be here, because the idea was to mount my isolators back there, but obviously no I can't. So what I'm thinking is I need 4, so I need boiler, washing machine, dishwasher, and then the additional outside light, which has got to go out there. I have to go out the wall and along, so that needs to be switched as well, but that's on a PIR, so it doesn't need a switch locally, it just needs a point of isolation. So what I'm thinking, bear with me, isolators are mounted there, but then that means them cables are all running across like that, which is not great. So to give them a bit of protection, I'm thinking a bit of Flexicon, a bit of Nick Bundy, a bit of Bundy 10, just to give them a bit of protection, and then cut them to length. So where them cables come out of the wall there, cut it up to length, so then they go to the patches boxes. Bit of all-round band to secure it in place in a couple of places to prevent collapse. That's the only option I can see really, because we can't go this side because the dishwasher's going there, and this is only very shallow and I think it's been used for books. So yeah, so crucify me when I've done it, but that's the option I'm going to go for, so let's see how it works out. Oh, I don't know if it's a good option or not, but there's not much else to do I can do, so right. Dishwasher, washing machine, boiler, and then this needs to go over there because there's going to have to be another fuse connection unit there for the after fault, which is the outside light, which is going to go straight out that wall, and these are going to be in the back there. Obviously these Flexicons are going to be all round banded back to help support them, and obviously that's going to be across there like that, but I'm trying to achieve some form of protection and support for the cables, because obviously you're under a sink. I didn't realise all this was going to be here. I didn't realise this was going to be here. To be honest, it's not the best, but I'm trying to make the best of a bad job really. So yeah, we'll get them all connected, all banded back, and then we'll see where we stand. Right, so here we are. Not quite finished yet, but that's what we're looking at. Dishwasher, washing machine, boiler. Flexicon goes across here. We're going to all round band all these firmly in place. This one here is going to go back over here like that, and then we've just drilled through the wall there because we need an outside light, so we're going to have an isolator there. Unfortunately, it's a PIR or photocell controlled outside light, so just need an isolator for it. It's not ideal, but it's an afterthought again. So yeah, so we've got a box, we're going to put that over there. Yeah, but overall it's best of a bad job, I think. So it doesn't look the best, but with that all bound rounded, all bound, or use some P-clips on those, they'll be alright, just to support them, just to have that going across there, because I don't want cables running across, and there's nothing else we can do, to be perfectly honest. So that's what I've done. Tell me what you think, or give me your solutions down in the comments. Let us know what you would have done, and yeah, we're all learning. Every day's a school day, isn't it? So let's crack on. Right, so we've skipped on a bit. You've seen that down there, so I can fix that now, that over there, and then just cut the holes for the downlights. Whilst the builder and the plumber have hindered me in some places, I have to say, I like this. Already cut a hole in the Celotex and everything. Lovely. Not so bad. Right. That's them on. Installed. So yeah, lights are in. Lovely day out there. But yeah, them down lights are in. They're all nice. Same as them. I'm one fused connection unit short, which is for underneath that sink there for the outside light. So I'm probably going to connect the ring in Wagos at the moment, just so I can do my dead testing, R1s, R2s and RNs, because the cables are up in the loft ready to be connected. And then obviously once we've done our dead testing, we'll do live testing. So hoping to get that done today, and then I'll come back tomorrow and do the outside light, and that'll pretty much be us finished off. So yeah, hopefully a couple of hours in the morning, that'll be it. But just still cracking on with these bits. Yeah, so right, we're up in the loft, as you can see. This is the board. This was originally down there at the top of the stairs, and the client asked me to move it, but quite rightly I told her no, because this ain't ours, this ain't ours, and they hate it, or I actually think it's potentially against the law, if, quote me if I'm wrong, but if you actually move this, it's you can get in trouble. So quite rightly said no, but this is the board anyway. So it's been moved by the same handyman who said to me earlier that he's got some electrics to do up here. So he moved this. This has nothing to do with me. All that's to do with me is this ring circuit here. That is it. The board has got loads of gaps in it, so obviously we'll have to remedy that prior to obviously signing it off. But there's way in there for, or room in there for another circuit or 3. So so yeah, that's where our circuit's going to go into. So what we're going to do is just test this. Everything's connected as we speak, so when I test it, yeah, so let me get my tester sorted out and we'll come back to you. Right, so I made this circuit a bit shorter, and what I've done is just expose the ends so I can test onto these. So right, this is knowed, leads are knowed. See, now what we'll do, R1, give him a little squeeze, give him a little squeeze. Right, and we're getting 0.42. So let's write that down. 0.42. Oh, it's gone down to 0.41. Right, R1 equals 0.41 ohms. So extracting the same result now for RN. So put it on there. Put that clip on there. RN, we're getting 0.41 again. So that's perfect. RN, 0.41 ohms. So I've got my phone with me. I have, so 0.41 times 1.67 equals 0.68. So that's what we're expecting from R2, the CPC, 0.68. CPCs are connected, 0.67. So R1, RN and R2 is continuous throughout the circuit, and we're getting good readings, so that's all good. We like that. So there's my test results for end to end. Now what we're going to do is cross over. So I've crossed these over, figure of 8. So what we should expect here is, back on my calculator because my maths is appalling, 0.41 plus 0.67 equals 1.08 divided by 4 equals 0.27. So we're going to do our R1 and R2 now, figure of 8, and we're expecting a reading of 0.27. So we'll see. Right, tester on to continuity. Plug into this first one. What do you know? 0.27. 0.28 on that one. Oh, down to 2.7. Try this one over here. 0.27. 0.28. 0.28 that one. Yeah, that's staying 0.28. So you get the idea. One more. I'll show you. That was 0.30. 0.29. 0.28. 0.27, there we go. Yeah, so that's the reading we expected. Simple maths. When it comes to ring circuits, that's how you're able to tell whether someone's tested something properly or not, because you just do the maths. But obviously if any of those readings were different to what we expected, then it could be due to a loose connection or something like that, or whatever, which then you have to go hunting. But obviously this is a brand new circuit which I've second fixed today, so everything should be absolutely spot on, and the readings we've got. So we'll do some insulation resistance testing next. I'll take you back up in the loft. We'll do those, and then yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for the day. But yeah, we'll go back up in the loft. Right, so we've moved our little crocodile clips. They're done with. Just move them around a bit. Hopefully you can see what we're doing. There we go. Tilt it that way. Right, so insulation resistance testing, 500 volts, and we're going to start with line R1 to CPC R2. Connected, test. As you can see there, in excess of 999 mega ohms, which is what this tester goes up to. So now we'll do RN and R2. 999 again. Go back onto R1. This is obviously not for people that know what they're doing already with regards to testing, but more for apprentices, if there's any apprentices watching. This is what we do at dead tests, initial verification. R1 to RN. In excess of 999 again. So there are dead tests. So we've done our end-to-end for a ring circuit. We've done our R1, R2. We've done our insulation resistance testing. Now we know that circuit's safe, so we can put it into the board. We can now energise it, and then we can conduct our live tests, which involves RCD testing and ZSs. Right, so I've taken the cover off the board. I have proven dead. I haven't shown it on video, but I have proven dead. I'm the only person in this building now. So yeah, but look at that. That's not great, is it? So I think the live part of that, on the neutral side of that, is covered in insulation tape, which ain't great. So I'll have to contact UK Power Networks about that, because that's far from ideal. And then this board has been mounted on this bit of board, this consumer unit's been mounted on this board, and then massive holes in the back by the handyman decorator. So if a fire occurs in here, great, you've got a metal enclosure, but you've got ginormous holes in the back there going straight out into wood. And then obviously this gap down the back here flames and smoke can just come straight out. So we'll have to remedy these, but look at the state of it. I mean, this has got absolutely nothing to do with me, because all I'm going to do is put my circuit in. But I mean, in this B6 here, you got 3 cables. Assuming that's a ring. 16, 16, 32. I mean, this is a 32 on a bit of single 2.5, which is showing cooker. Plus, look at the state of them towels. Don't mean to rant on camera, but this is the problem when you when people don't know what they're doing, you know. You get workmanship like that, just that. So it is what it is. I'll tidy this up a bit. I mean, it's not great. I'll contact UK Power Networks about this towel, because that's dangerous. Yeah, see what they say. But yeah, it's far from ideal, really. So yeah, we'll put my MCB in here. Put this circuit in. I'm probably going to gland this in, or through a fire retardant grommet. Clip it across the bottom here, and then yeah, we'll have to tidy some of this up tomorrow. Right, as you can see, my cables are now in to the enclosure via a fire retardant gland. This is going to be clipped back here to give that support, and then we're going to go into here. First of all, I'm going to have to sort some of this out, because it's pretty shocking, to be fair. So I'm going to undo some of these, move some of these around, and then I've got my torque screwdriver, which I'll use to torque these up to a proper torque setting, because they're all loose, flapping around all over the place, to be perfectly honest. So let me do that, tidy a couple of bits up, and then I'll come back. As you can see, it's in there. That's got to be clipped back, which I'll do shortly. We're into a fire resistant gland, and then the cable comes up there. Neutrals, lives, earths. About to say before my GoPro ran out, I torqued everything up, and then I've put the ball back on. I'll put these in. I prefer the metal ones, but these were just laying around. Someone's pulled them out, not bothered putting them back in. So that's all back together. What we're going to do is turn stuff on now, and go and do some live testing. So yeah, be back shortly. Right, so I've just done my RCD testing. So 1 times 0 degrees, 22.3, 180, 31.9, highest readings, we record that. 5 times at 0 degrees, 5.99, and then 180, 8.99, and obviously at half times it didn't trip, so we'll record those readings. There's all my test results, don't lose this, and then yeah, record those for the certificate. But yeah, we'll probably be doing that tomorrow, Sunday, bit of Sunday admin. So yeah, it's tied up, it's time to go home. 5:15, so just pretty much time to go home, but I'm coming back tomorrow. So, but obviously these lights were done prior to today. They were done on the first fix, and then we've done these lights today, which are operated by 2-way from here and the other end, which is all good. So that works. Everything's second fix now. Sockets are on, tested, absolutely fine. All we've got left to do tomorrow is put a single socket up there, faceplate for the extractor, and then they're all done over there. Need to get some, I've got some at home but not with me, all band to go around that bit of Copex, and then I've connected that, which is for the outside light. It's going to be a fuse connection unit, fused down to 3 amp, connected them with Wagos. I'll push them back very shortly. So I've got to put a cable out of the wall, and then that's going to run along around to a photocell and then onto the light. So yeah, which is going to light that sort of patio area out there. So, but apart from that, working, everything's on, everything's tested. So yeah, tomorrow is tomorrow for me, so I say see you tomorrow, but it'll probably be a couple of days between videos. So but yeah, if you like what you see, obviously give us a thumb up, subscribe to the channel, helps to build, grow the channel, etc, etc, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. But I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, have a good weekend.